should go live. Okay, let's go live, and there. Excellent connection. Perfect. Okay. Wait for some people to join, and I'll get the tournament code posted in the chat as well. Alright, now let's get this tournament code posted to combat those damn trolls. Okay, where is... okay. Dude, what the hell? Oh, here's the tournament code. Let's copy. It's already posted in the chat. Cool. Let's paste it here as well and pin it. Pin message. Boom. There. There's the pin message. Please tell. It says we only have one viewer. Where is everybody right now? Well, we just started. It's only been 1 minute and 39 seconds. Almost 2 minutes. Waiting on people to join now. I have to be this way so I can combat the trolls. I can no longer share my friend code because of trolls ruining my streams. Hey, Oscar, you made it. Welcome to the stream. You interested in joining this tournament that I have up? Hardcom, normal items, no teams. Smart steering, okay. That's just my, the tournament that I've had up since, I don't remember the last time I set this up. But it existed for a long time. If I go to view standings, it says number 251. I have a feeling this tournament feature is going to be gone in Mario Kart World. Dude, where the heck is everyone on my Discord? I stopped playing 8 Deluxe a while ago. I'm waiting for World to come out. Oh, you're, waiting on it, huh? I see, I see. Guess I won't go in that tournament just yet. I'll hop in there once it gets going. I'll hop in there later in the stream. I'm waiting for more people to join. And now it says we have 2 viewers. Oh, perfect! Right into a regional room. Don't have to wait. But Oscar, isn't that kind of, not a waste, but, kind of, I don't know what's the right word, but, I know we're all bored of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right now. I am too. We've been playing this for 11 years. But if we get bored of Mario Kart World, we're gonna want to come back to this game. It has a whopping 96 courses, while World only has freaking 30. 30 is just pathetic after 11 years. I am not happy with the track count in Mario Kart World at all. But it's gonna be fresh. But at the same time, once we finish the open world, or whatever missions are spread around, what are we gonna do next? I'm sure it's gonna become boring. And I think we're gonna be stuck with that game for another 11 years like this game. Oh my god. Even drifting, I still hit the wall. Those people. God, people bug. Shy guy. There you are, Tornado Amber. Been waiting for ya. Well, welcome to the stream. That tournament code that's in the chat is going to be where I'll be playing later once more people join the stream. Oh, this narrow track, my god. I could try to appreciate the details in the open world if there are any Easter eggs. Oh yeah, well, I'll do that. But I have a bad feeling, since they didn't really show off too much in the open world, I have a bad feeling there's gonna be nothing to do in it for the most part, and it's gonna be as bland and boring as LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's open world was. I have a bad feeling about that, since they blew it on that Mario Kart World Direct. They were just telling us information that we already knew, besides the battle mode stuff and the teams that I can think of that was new. Alright, victory's mine. That was a nice easy race. Perfect. That was a good race. Even though I'm very sick of Yoshi Circuit. We've been racing on this track for 11 years now. I'm tired of it. But then we're also getting Moo Moo Meadows again in Mario Kart World. Like, why? Why would they pick Moo Moo Meadows again? We've been stuck with that track for 11 years. They could have at least picked Moo Moo Farm from Mario Kart 64 if they just had to pick a cow track. But they could have picked something more interesting than Moo Moo Meadows. I would have liked, let's see. We did get Toad's Factory. That's a good pick, since it hasn't been remade yet. They could have picked Dry Dry Ruins instead of Desert Hills. Because it seems that we have 3 DS tracks, while DS has the most tracks in Mario Kart World, while everything else just has 2, with the exception of GBA. That's what it looks like. And the Red Yoshi I'm playing as right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to play as just this default Red Yoshi in Mario Kart World, and that upsets me. I'm going to be forced to play as that Red Yoshi that's wearing all that pit stop gear or whatever, the pro racing gear. And the only default Yoshi is, of course, just default green Yoshi. There's no, these colors, you can't play as a plain colored Yoshi. You're forced to wear outfits with the other colored Yoshis in that game. Oh, here comes Blue Shell, of course. Ugh. Always the Blue Shell. Okay, Amber. Cool. You're gonna hop on soon. I'll probably leave and go to the tournament. Because, Oscar, last time you weren't here in a stream, the previous stream I streamed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I got invaded by trolls that just would not stop. They just took my friend code and claimed that they hacked me and were just trolling the heck out of me. It was just not good, and because of that, I changed my friend code That is true, huh, Oscar? I don't think Shy Guy has their colors either, and that's bad. That's definitely a bad sign. Or that's pathetic. Content missing in Mario Kart World that's been in 8 Deluxe for 11 years. That's pathetic. I'm gonna be so hard on Mario Kart World when I play it, where I'm gonna have fun at first, but then I'm gonna be disappointed later with everything it's missing that this game had. Because it does look disappointing at the same time, with a new art style and new character models. They could have used every character model in this game and made them better, just like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds seems to do. Hey, Jaheim, I'm doing fine. How about you? The new Choco... Oh, God. The new Choco Mountain is terrible. The new Choco Mountain looks nothing like Choco Mountain. I prefer the Choco Mountain here for sure. Ooh, Rosalina's Ice World. I'm excited to play Starview Peak. That track looks really fun, and looks better than Rosalina's Ice World, potentially. I can't wait to play Starview Peak. DK Spaceport does look pretty fun, too. And Faraway Oasis looks like a zoo. Oh, your Mii's different, Amber. Purple hair this time. Well, it doesn't have to be, Jaheim. That's simply just kind of a tease title, just something to name the stream. But, it doesn't have to be. I'll more than likely come back to 8 Deluxe after I get bored of Mario Kart World. We'll have to see what everybody's feeling, though. But I really don't think Mario Kart World is going to keep people that entertained as long as this game has. I am too, Jaheim. But I'm also cautious about, just things that this game had and a little bit of disappointment that Mario Kart World seems to be missing when there's no excuses for missing content for 11 years. Alright, Amber. Dry Desert? Why? I don't know why so many people pick GCN Dry Desert over Rosalina's Ice World. Dry Desert is boring. Ouch. Of course that shell is gonna hit me. Brad Geezy. Oh god. Oh, the backward shell. Also, I heard that the items are gonna be auto use, or they're going to be behind you by default as a shield, where you don't have to hold the button to hold them behind you as a shield. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that, because that feels like that's taking away playability, like taking away parts of playing the game. Dude, holy crap, I am so far ahead, and I'm using just a basic standard cart and blue standard wheels. Oh yeah, Oscar, if you're still here, I'm also glad that you were here. I was going to ask you, what are the chances if I transfer my Mario Maker 2 saves, or when I play Mario Maker on Switch 2, do you think that levels that I haven't uploaded yet are going to have an issue being uploaded just because it wasn't on the original console or something? I don't know, it sounds like a really dumb thing to be afraid of. Because I've seen a glitch happen in Nathaniel Bandy before, where his course got corrupted or something when he saved it. Because I'm wondering if I should do a shadow drop of my 2 new levels without dropping them on a stream first before I get the Switch 2 and transfer Mario Maker over to that. Or to just save them and wait for another Mario Maker stream. That's something I'm just not sure of. Because I'm a little bit worried about internal glitches from the Switch 2 that'll cause my levels that haven't been uploaded yet to be messed up for whatever reason. Will they have public voice chat for NSO just like public Mario Kart 8 Deluxe lobbies? I'm not sure. But at least it's built into the console and not making you have to use your phone. Could you just use the cloud seed? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not going... Well, when I get my Switch 2, I'm gonna be cherry-picking which games I move over to the Switch 2, like my save data, or like downloading my save data from the cloud and all that. I'm gonna be cherry-picking which games are worth bringing over and which ones aren't. Almost every Switch game that has online is more than likely going to be worth bringing over. With the exception of the Mario sports games, I guess. I could see Mario Tennis Aces, Golf Super Rush, and Strikers Battle League be kind of worthless to put on Switch 2. I'm gonna be leaving some games on my Switch 1, like Minecraft. I don't plan on bringing that over to the Switch 2 anytime soon. I'm just so done with Minecraft. I don't have fun with that game anymore, and it's boring to me. And the Bedrock version of the game is just garbage on Switch. I'm sure it'll run better on Switch 2, but I just don't want to deal with that game anymore. Especially with the fall of Ivanger and his betrayal. When that game makes me think of him. Minecraft is just boring in general. Feels like it's directionless or just... It's just not my favorite game in the world. I think Minecraft is going to be a game I'm going to leave on my Switch 1. And I'll probably just take a select feature. I'm just gonna cherry pick all the games that I do own that are getting Switch 2 enhancements for free, like Mario Odyssey and 3D World and Bowser's Fury, or New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I'll put those on Switch 2, so I can see what enhancements were added, and see if I feel any difference. But 8 Deluxe is gonna be a tough one for me, if I'm going to keep that on Switch 1 here, on my OLED, or am I going to put it on Switch 2? I'm sure that's a game that I could have on both, because I want to do it to where I don't want to completely remove my user from the OLED Switch. That would be just stupid. I'm not getting rid of my OLED. We have to test the game chat share feature on how well it works. Oh yeah. Although, won't that only work with people that we know in real life that are nearby? But yeah, game share? We'll have to see what's available to be game shared anyway. We're gonna have to see, what are they even gonna allow, because from what they've explained how it works, sounds a lot like DS download play. It looks like DS download play to me. But most likely only digital games? Well, I don't think so. After that Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition and Jamboree TV overview trailer, it looks like the game, whether it's a cartridge or not, is able to be game shared. I think you can game share if you have the cartridge. It works online too. What? Game share works on... What? But isn't that already the lending a game in your Switch family something? But I wouldn't want a game share with complete and total strangers. Not that I'm saying you are, I'm just, I'd rather share, well, I don't even know how, we don't even know how it works. I'm sure that's a feature that I'm just not going to use the majority of the time. As someone who plays alone most of the time, and somebody in my household, just myself, that actively plays the Switch and has a Switch Online subscription, I'm like the only person that plays the Switch. It might have limitations like Jamboree Game Share. I wonder what limitations it all has. And I heard New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is a game not able to be shared, which is stupid, making the Switch port of that game even worse than the Wii U original. It's so weird how New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe got an enhancement, but not Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And what about Princess Peach Showtime, Yoshi's Crafted World, Smash Ultimate? All those games just did not get any enhancements. Oh yeah, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, what I'm playing right now. You can only play on one board, the Wiggler one. Oh, did they say that? If that's the case, that's weak. Yep, it has limitations just like DS and 3DS download play. It's literally the same thing, actually. Wow, download play. Kind of a miracle a feature like that is even a feature again in 2025 in a way. Because I thought DS download play would be dead after the 3DS. It's pretty close to download play. Because if you play download play on Mario Kart 7 or Mario Kart DS, you were only able to play the Mushroom and Shell Cup. And the person that didn't have their own copy of the game was forced to play as a Shy Guy. So it looks like that's the limitation. What you described there is Mario Party Jamboree's limitation. Out of 7 boards, and them letting you only play on one, that would suck. They should at least let you play on 3. Or give a little bit, out of 7 options for boards, at least give people a little bit of variety. 1 out of 7 is pathetic. They should up that if that's the case. If that's how Jamboree's Game Share is gonna work. But Game Share sounds like it's gonna be just download play from DS and 3DS. The Switch 2 definitely doesn't really have enough new features. Let me check the Jamboree overview about the limitations. Did they state any? When I was watching that overview, I didn't hear them mention any limitations. Oh, Sunshine Airport. Like, we won't know until we can see how it works when it gets available. Right. And game sharing online pretty much is lending your virtual game card to somebody, huh? That's an example of a feature that I just do not use. The virtual game card thing is just dumb to me. I'm the only person in my home that plays Switch games. My brother has a Switch Lite, and we don't have the Switch Online expansion pack, or I don't, and he doesn't either, so we don't have anyone added to a Switch or a Nintendo account family. Because all we had was individual memberships. We don't have the family plan. And he only wants to play on PlayStation 5. When I get the Switch 2, he's just gonna mooch off of me with split screen. It's at 340, up to 4 players in the Wiggler board. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me that, even after I saw it and missed it. But okay, that's weak. Just 1 board for game share? That's really weak. Why not at least 3? Give people something to play other than just 1 board. And that's gonna make Wiggler's, Mega Wiggler's Tree Party, that board in particular, just boring. The boring World 1-to-1 stage that people are playing over and over. Oh, the blooper and lightning. Dang, dude, that's the worst. Oh my god, grow big. Good. Alright, got double items again. Please give me something good. Okay. Triple mushrooms. No, you don't, Kamek. Oh, no! God! That sucks. That pink Yoshi I just had to run into that green shell. Ah! God damn it. I was so close. Look at that, 55,006. I'm almost 55,700 points. I think I have half of the maximum VR in the game. I know it's 99,999 as the max, and I have half of that with 55,000. Getting a lot of news that Walmart is canceling Switch 2 pre-orders. I feel bad for people who decided to pick Walmart as their pre-order. I picked GameStop. I cannot trust any other retailer for pre-ordering something as high demand as the Switch 2. And I did my pre-order in store at GameStop, so... And I heard nothing about any cancellations about it, so I'm assuming that everything's all good. I can go pick it up on the midnight release event they have. Yeah. Kinda have to do that at that point, Amber, because it's so high demand that it's, scalped and it's super expensive. It's a disaster. But I don't think it's gonna be as scalped as the PS5 and Series X in 2020 was. As soon as the Switch 2 is released and all that. Sure, it's gonna be hard to get one the first couple years maybe, but after that, there might be plenty on the shelf. Due to the backlash and how expensive it is and how much of it's just kind of the same as the Switch, almost. To where not a lot of people are gonna buy it since it's not unique enough. Like a PS5 from a PS4. But the Xbox Series X is literally just a more powerful Xbox that I have. My brother always hates on Xbox and just says they suck, and he's all, PlayStation's better, like he's a typical console wars kid. He said I don't pre-order, but I think I might have a chance at GameStop in their midnight release. Oh, you're going to do the midnight release and attempt to purchase one if they have extra stock? Guess it's not a bad idea. I think that's what some people are going to do. And the midnight release is going to translate to 9 PM my time, because I'm Pacific time. So I'm going to be able to get the Switch 2 at 9 PM Pacific instead of midnight. And here comes a blue shell, that's just great. Get my own bum. Okay, looks like that didn't really do too much good. It did. I still took the hit from the bum instead of the blue shell, and I still win. Wow. I have a plan what store to go first, except Target. They won't. Oh yeah, you can't trust Target. Target is the store that has canceled the most pre-orders from what I saw. Everyone at Target is like They just keep canceling everything. I heard it was a nightmare pre-ordering from Target. Since the tracks are boring, Amber, let's just go to my tournament. Let's go to my tournament. Did anybody participate here yet? Nope. I'm joining my own tournament. Okay, I'm going... just keep... Actually, let's switch to Rosalina, because that's what the thumbnail is. And Amber was playing as Pauline on the bike. I'll go as Rosalina this time. The loadout that I used to win my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament. Oh, that's... oh my god, I put it on carts only. Oh my god. Wild Wiggler and Standard Wheels. This is a loadout Yoshi uses. Why not? This is what Yoshi uses. Wow. So, I guess turning off bikes did affect... it did affect the players and not the AI. I might get near October or November. Switch to. Yeah, that's gonna be somewhat of a long wait for you. At that time, that's when I'd probably get Donkey Kong Bonanza for my birthday. Donkey Kong Bonanza is just gonna be too like, it comes out in July, I think, and I'm just gonna be so broke after buying the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World and the Comic-Con on Friday after. On the following Friday after the Switch 2 launch, I'm just gonna be broke, where I'm just not gonna be able to afford Donkey Kong Bonanza right away. I'm gonna have to wait on Donkey Kong Bonanza. Animal Crossing or Calamari Desert? It is Animal Crossing. Ugh, I would have rather had Calamari Desert. Well, I spent too much time at Comic-Con this year. I wasn't expecting... oh yeah, that... it'll sneak up on you. Comic-Con is expensive. And the Comic-Con called Fan Fusion that's out here in Phoenix, that's happening the day after the Switch 2 launch on Friday. The only day that I'm going to be going it has Charles Martinet going there, so I have a chance to meet Mario himself, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And then there's also Anthony Daniels, the voice of C-3PO, and my mom offered to pay for his autograph and selfie, so don't have to pay for Anthony Daniels, but for Charles Martinet, that's where I'm gonna go broke. And I would go even more broke if I were to secure a spot in reserving or ordering Hayden Christensen's autograph, the live-action Anakin Skywalker in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. He's just his prices were just so expensive. It cost like $700 at least to get the experience or being able to meet Hayden Christensen. I have a 0% chance of being able to meet Hayden, so I'm not going to be able to... I'm going to have to pass on Hayden Christensen, sadly, because it's too expensive. The main goal is Charles Martinet and Anthony Daniels. Even though I really wish Charles was at Game On Expo instead. But I'm glad I'll have a chance. I have a chance to meet Mario himself this month. I need to change my calendars. It is June 1st. Alright. Okay, I kind of like this vehicle without roller wheels. I'm using standard wheels like Yoshi does in some of the video ads for this game. I've seen Green Yoshi ride the Wild Wiggler with standard wheels, so it's a good wheel, or good tire. I'm very much looking forward to just picking your cart and vehicle in Mario Kart World to where you're no longer picking your tires and glider. Like, to stop those stupid metas that people look for. I'm over it. I'm so over those dumb metas in this game. Everything should be viable, and it looks like that will be the case in Mario Kart World. I am gonna want to do a launch day stream. I just hope I have time for that, or that everything goes smoothly when setting up my Switch 2. That's what I'm not looking forward to, is setting it all up, and it's like when you get a new phone. I'm just not looking forward to that at all. I dread it. Terra Strong was around a good 100 for the signature. Dang, that's expensive. That's way too expensive. But sadly, they get away with it because that's how they make their living and their money. Especially if they're not really in anything new nowadays. But it always varies on the person. The meta will be weird in World. The characters and costumes will also have different stats. What? No way. They're gonna have different stats from their original character? That's stupid. That is really stupid, if that's the case. But yeah, I really hate the character select screen in Mario Kart World from what I saw. It's a mess. It's even worse in this game, and that's really bad. 11 years later, and they got the character select screen wrong. That is pathetic. Oh, dang it. Someone put a banana in front of that coin. What? The red shell was stupid. Didn't even hit Isabelle. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is such a comfort game still, to where I'm definitely gonna still play it post Mario Kart World. It has more tracks and more content, so I don't see Mario Kart 8 Deluxe dying off too soon. When Mario Kart World gets more content and more people get Switch 2s, then it might start dying a little bit. But I don't really see that happening with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The game is just that popular. It's the best-selling Switch game. So I don't see it dying off anytime soon, even post Mario Kart World. I really wish people that have a recency bias towards Mario Kart World would stop criticizing the character models and the expressions in this game, saying that they're not so expressive. Where they're just pooping all over Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, all because of their recency bias towards World. It's annoying. How is it 11:18 already? Wow. Everyone woke up so late, besides me. Alright, Grumble Volcano, Rainbow Road. I'll go N64 Rainbow Road. Why not? There's only 12 races in this tournament. Well, there's nobody else here in the chat that's gonna join. Grumble Volcano it is. Okay. Wii Grumble Volcano. And then I'm also just disappointed how they made everything... They made it harder for themselves for adding new tracks to Mario Kart World. There's tracks in this game that don't have openness around it, like DS Waluigi Pinball, for example. How would that even work in an open world if they were to ever bring that track back? They'd have to like redesign it or do something around the track to where you can drive to it in free roam or something. And we don't know how Rainbow Road is going to be handled in Mario Kart World either. But DS Airship Fortress is in the sky, and I don't remember seeing how the transitions for the intermission tracks work for it yet. Okay, Oscar. What you going shopping for? Groceries? Oh my god, I got screwed. Pingo Peach, watch your back. Ha ha ha. This vehicle's pretty solid with standard wheels. I kinda like it. But at the same time, I feel a little cheesy with it, but not really, since I'm not using roller wheels. I'm not cheating. I'm still dreading just I'm dreading the system transfer and all that. Alright, I won this race. Of course I did. Bum, bum, ba, ba. Wonder what race we're on. Alright, Waluigi Pinball. That's an easy pick. Waluigi Pinball. Yeah, and I had to pull out cash for Tara Strong and I wasn't happy about it. I looked up online how much her stuff was and looked if it was cash card and it said she was card. Oh man. Sounds like you were caught off guard and just weren't ready for everything being really expensive. That's a problem with... Like, Comic-Con Revolution, when I was there last year for all the Clone Wars actors, it was so expensive. I was spending at... But luckily I had enough money saved up from before I was fired to where I was able to afford everyone I wanted. But oh my god, did I just... spend at least $100 on each guest. It was really expensive. But thanks to my mom and the way I live, I was able to gain all that back from my allowance for doing my community college. But now that's why you go to the Game On Expo. Feels like it's expensive too, but it feels like it's a little bit cheaper and more forgiving and being able to afford signatures. Just because gaming is a niche hobby to some people, where there's not really as many big names there as there are at larger Comic-Cons like Fan Fusion or Comic-Con Revolution, I guess. Ha ha ha, dodge the blue shell. Oh yeah. I hope you can still do that in Mario Kart World. You can still use a mushroom to dodge the blue shell, I hope. I really hope that's still the case. Or else I'm gonna be really sad if you're gonna be forced to take a blue shell hit with them if you don't have a mushroom, or if the mushroom doesn't work to dodge it anymore. I'd be pretty sad if that's the case. Last lap. And then I saw a sign that it was cash only, and she was the only person to stand. And stand to just do cash? What? Really sucks how expensive all that stuff is when you have to buy a ticket to go there first, too, and how expensive that is on top of that. I think the ticket for that Comic-Con Revolution when I went last year was about $60 for both days, if I'm remembering right. Well, my Fan Fusion ticket for Friday only was only $40, which was pretty cheap, I thought. But the prices for everything else isn't going to be so cheap. Comic-Con is just expensive in general. You really gotta save up before you go to an event like that. Gotta be prepared for it. But I think I'm done with my Comic-Cons for the year. If I'm going to Fan Fusion on June 6th, and I already had my Game On Expo, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to sadly pass on any other Comic-Cons this year. I don't think I'm going to anymore for the rest of 2025. I have seen spooky Comic-Cons before in, I hope they have something like that around Halloween time just as something to do. Just have to wait and see, I guess. Alright, GBA Riverside Park. What race is this? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, 5th race. Race number 5. We're almost halfway through this tournament of 12 races. Definitely gonna get off the stream after these races are over, I think. Move, Pink Gold Peach. I hope Mario Kart World gets DLC, and that hopefully it's free. Since the game is $80, I think people are going to throw a massive fit if it's paid DLC when the game costs $80 at first. People will definitely have a meltdown over that. Comes the blue shell. Slip on my own banana first to avoid the stun. The stun from the blue shell. What a cheap tactic of mine, but it works, and I get to keep moving forward. It's better than backing up from the blue shell. I hate it so much when people do that. It is so cheap. When they're just camping the map or paying such... They're like laser focused on that mini-map on the right-hand screen. right-hand side and then just back away from the blue shell. I hate that. The only way to counter that is try to back up from, like, brake super hard when people do that, try to do that to you. But it is very hard. It is very hard to do so, sadly. Oh, here's Choco Mountain. Let's play the original Choco Mountain before Mario Kart Worlds. The original Choco Mountain. Well, it's actually not. The original's from Mario Kart 64 and the remake from Mario Kart DS. Dude, why is my stream so dead? Oh hey, now it says it has 4 viewers. Did more people join at the last second? Join later? Because it said I only had 2 viewers and now it says I have 4. It's... the numbers are so small. Watch my numbers be small for Mario Kart World like that. That's going to be so disappointing and depressing. I don't know why the algorithm is just so against me. Where it just doesn't let me grow my channel. Planning on what? Planning to get Princess Peach. Oh, you mean Jen Taylor. Yeah, I got her last month, 2 months ago actually, since it's June now, it's 2 months ago. A couple months back in April at the Game On Expo. That's where I met Jen Taylor. Yeah, she costed me a good 80 bucks, 80 something in total. 80 something. It was like 86 something. Because all I bought from her was a selfie and an 8x10 autograph. But the prices for the Game On Expo autographs must be cheaper than Comic-Con Revolution, I think. If that's the reason why I was able to succeed at getting Jen Taylor versus why you couldn't at Comic-Con Revolution, just because it's a more expensive Comic-Con. But after I was there last year, I didn't think it was worth it for the price. Only 2 days and nothing really to do other than just wait in line to meet people, to get autographs, and shop. Other than that, there's not much else to do there, while the Game On Expo has a free play arcade, and game tournaments, and a lot of stuff to do. And everything just felt more bigger and more grand. Oh my god, the lightning! Ugh. Stupid lightning, dude. God damn it, I can't drift! Oh, Shy Guy! I got flattened! Yep, there goes my first, all because of lightning and cheap crap. Cheap! That was so cheap, dude. Come on. Cheap loss, thanks to a blue shell and lightning. But because she left for 30 plus minutes and left again, I was done with waiting in line. There was a panel for Phineas and Ferb at that time, so oh wow. Schedule conflicts. That's the worst. When I was at, what's it called? When I was there last year in line for Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka Tano, she was always leaving and coming back, and that line took forever. It took all day. I didn't get her autograph until after the Comic-Con closed. It was a disaster waiting in line for Ashley Eckstein. And all I got from her was an 8x10 print and a selfie. And it costed at least, hundreds. I think it costed like 175 something, but I don't remember since my mom bought it. My mom helped me with that one. I got lucky. But she was expensive. The cheapest people I thought were Matt Lanter and James Arnold Taylor, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. where they were fairly cheap. Autographs costed like 60 something bucks. But I ended up, I think I ended up spending not too much on them. Well, I did. I spent a lot on everyone when I was there. Calamari Desert would be a cool track in Mario Kart World. They should have picked this over Choco Mountain if they were going to ruin Choco Mountain, which they did in Mario Kart World. They could have picked this instead. Look at how open it is around here. This would have been a good choice for Mario Kart World. I think people would have been happy with Calamari Desert and happier with it over Choco Mountain. I would have. But why not Frappe Snowland? They really picked Sky High Sundae again. The one booster course pass track that made it into Mario Kart World that comes from Tour. It was originally designed for Tour. Oh, come on. Alright, another win. Too easy. Because it's all against AI. 102. Oh my lord. What are Yoshi's stats if I were to pick Yoshi? Let's see. Red Yoshi with blue wheels. Wow, you get more speed with the standard ATV, but I get way more acceleration with the Wild Wiggler. Get a good amount of acceleration. DK Summit, Moonview Highway. I'll go Moonview Highway. Moonview Highway is fun. The game on Expo is way more fun, but I think if you like cosplay and you want to get signatures, the Comic-Con would be... oh yeah, Comic-Con Revolution, that's what I was saying. But there's not really all that much to do there other than shop and wait in line to get autographs. It's kind of a bare bones Comic-Con. I don't think there's that much. I didn't think it had too much to offer when I was there. Get a lot of acceleration with this Wild Wiggler, it's crazy. But it does suck that the booster course pass in this game just had really cheap graphics, all because they ported it from Tour. That's disappointing and sad. But I'm still excited to play Mario Kart World. There's some tracks I'm really excited for, like Toad's Factory and Airship Fortress, but come on, Moo Moo Meadows again. I'm not excited to play Moo Moo Meadows again. Or any of the SNES Mario Circuit tracks. And Sky High Sundae not as much. Because everything has to be interconnected on an open world map. They had to choose tracks within the similar biome or same biome for them to be close together. Like Snow Track would have to go next to Snow Track. Forest Track go next to Forest Track. We're gonna have to see how the open world layout is in Mario Kart World. What's on the map, and based on what it looks like and how it works, then I'll make a fan video or fan map of where I want where to go. Should I stick with Red Yoshi? I'll go back to Rosalina. For Rosalina's Ice World. Alright, we're an hour in the stream. Bling. 3DS Rosalina's Ice World. 9th race. Let's see, 9, 10. There's like 4 more races left, including this one. Yeah, the combo signatures are always a really good option. Very cost effective when you can do the autograph and selfie combos when they offer it. It's always a good deal. Rob Paulson offered that when I was at the Game On Expo, where it costed like $70 to get an autograph from him and a selfie, which I didn't think was that expensive. I mean, it was under $100, so anything under 100 to me is a good enough price. Anything under 100 seems more fair. Oh, there goes my... Of course that shell screwed me up. Seriously, Tanuki Mario did not get hit by that. Oh my god. Oh my god, Tanuki Mario, you suck. Tanuki Mario AI. What a crappy spot on the track to be in. Yes, made it on top here. Above the water, so I think I'll move faster if I'm not in the water. Nice. All right. All right. So Banana Boy sent a message on the Discord. I don't think he's gonna make it. Alright, I'll just be Blue Yoshi. I like the acceleration you get from the Wild Wiggler. And it is really good handling and traction. No wonder why people use this vehicle. Why people cheat with it using roller wheels. You need to spend 500? That's insane. Not everyone offers combos, which sucks. Alright, 10th race. But yeah, since the stream is kind of failing today, there's not a lot of people here. We're gonna have to end after this tournament is over. Not enough people join, and that's what I fear for Mario Kart World. Just my channel in general, because the algorithm is just against me. I hope I can make it big with Mario Kart World. Ah, the blue shell, of course. And Coconut Mall is just so cheap looking because it was a Wave 1 track. Wave 1 was just so cheap. Series combos that has the whole cast, but it wasn't that much cheaper, sadly, and you had to buy the photo op. I don't buy photo ops. I don't get the photo ops. Those are expensive. Ooh, there's Choco Mountain again. I'll go Berlin Byways this time. Tour Berlin Byways. The sad thing was I only got 2 signatures and went through 500 fast. Yeah, that is sad. I know that pain. And then you don't get all that much time to talk to them. Just a few minutes and then you're forced to leave. Which always kind of sucks. And I didn't even get to go to a Halo panel that they had in at the Game On Expo this year, just because my brother and I's Uber driver was so late and just so bad. After I had such a horrible experience with Uber 2 months ago, it's time to ditch Uber, and I'm using my brother as my personal Uber driver instead. And it cost me just the same as an Uber driver would on a trip to that convention center, but instead I'm paying my brother to take me, and not Uber. I see you, Inkling Girl. Bing, bing, bing. Oh my god. You cheap AI. like how the AI are just so cheap and easy to pass. It's like they don't really try that much. And here I go, taking a hit. Ugh. The only city track that has cars. Oh my god. The traffic cone, and you don't get any points for hitting them like you do in Tour. Because this game does not have a point system, and Mario Kart World won't either, from the looks of it. Here comes another blue shell, of course. I got the inkling. Perfect. Alright. An hour and 11 minutes in the stream. I don't think this was the last race, though. Maybe it was? I don't know. Is it? It'll say if it was. No, it was not. Okay. Singapore Speedway, Royal Raceway, Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road, why not? N64 Rainbow Road. As short as it is, it's a fun track. I wish it was 2 laps instead of sections. I wonder how N64 Rainbow Road, like, or just, how Rainbow Roads are going to work in Mario Kart World. How are we gonna get there? Oh hey, it is the final race. Yep, N64 Rainbow Road's a good way to end. Good choice. Oh yeah, this is the perfect final track before we end the stream. This track would be so much cooler and better if it was 2 laps. This is just too short. Look at that. This is already section 2. That's ridiculously short. It's just too short. It was too long. The original was too long in Mario Kart 64, and now the remake is just far too short. I wish they fixed it and made it 2 laps. Ah, blue shell. Because this is a really good Rainbow Road. It would just be way better if it was 2 laps and not sections. And it's not even recognizable from the original either. If we get more open worlds in Mario Kart World, I'd love to see this track remade again. I'd probably have to make it look like this, but make it a little bit more like the original, since anti-gravity isn't returning in Mario Kart World, which is a huge shame. Alright, finished the chosen number of matches. View standings, of course I won, since there was just 2 of us. Pfft, yeah, not even close. Alright. That's all the tournaments. Let's see. It ends at 1:30, but that's how I had it weekly, or that's how I had it set up as a default. I don't think tournaments is returning in Mario Kart World. Not from what I saw. Alright. I was working on finals and I told my fam that I can't do the Sunday Comic-Con, and my mom told me I should go, and I just had a lot of stress going for 2 days. You, decided to go to the Comic-Con when you had finals? That's rough. Sounds like it took place at a terrible time for you, too. Like my fan fusion isn't taking place at the greatest time either, where I have my Disney vacation during the... We leave during the weekend of it, so I can only go Friday. But at least I get to go and check it out. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this live stream of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this live stream. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Rewatch and share the stream if you really liked it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like my content. Don't forget to subscribe to Super Kev MK89 Maker for Mario Maker 2 videos, and the 301st Battalion for Star Wars and Halo content. Links are in the description. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for every new video I upload or stream that goes live as well. Alright, see you guys next time. I don't think this is... We'll probably return to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, post Mario Kart World. But as of right now, everyone's tired of this game, and we want to play Mario Kart World instead when that comes out. Curious to see how it all goes. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye now.